selected academics and musicians who, in partnership with BBC Radio 3 and the Arts and Humanities Research Council, are bringing to light and making performable the work of our rediscovered composers this evening. And to ensure that their work is as impactful as possible, the BBC Philharmonic have been hard at work creating new studio recordings, devising online resources and delivering educational workshops to local schools. In fact, I was lucky enough myself to be a part of these workshops. Together with some of the BBC Phil players, we were performing arrangements of these composers' music, using it as the basis for new work devised by the students, so that, in a way, the students became ambassadors of the music themselves. Let's meet another one of our champions, Ahmed Abdel Rahman, who's with me now. Welcome, Ahmed.
Welcome.
The subject of your research is the Sudanese composer Ali Osman, and we come a lot closer to our own time with this composer. How did he find expression in the Western classical tradition?
Well, Ali Osman was born in Sudan in 1958. Sudan, one of the most diverse countries in Africa and crossroad between Arabs, Islamic and African cultures. Ali Osman was brought up in cosmopolitan city of Omdurman. Growing up in this multicultural society had great influence in Osman's musical life. As a young, in his teens, Osman was a rock musician, playing guitar and drum kits. Later on, he just realized playing just by ears, that's not enough for him. So he decided to move to Cairo, where he joined the Conservatoire of Music.
And that's where he studied his craft, isn't it? The music is an expression of nationalistic style. How do we hear this?
On footsteps of his teacher, Dr. Gamal Abdel Rahim, he impressed the idea of nationalism in music. And the unique about Ali Osman, he never used traditional Sudanese tune. He created his own, but within that Sudanese characteristic melodies of pentatonic scale, and using that as base of most of his work.
What can you tell us about From the South, the piece that we're going to hear this evening?
Well, to be honest, this piece, even for me, it is new, but it's a two-movement piece, and it is a flute solo and strings and marimba. This piece, we could realize that just I'm talking here just by seeing this on the paper, never heard it. And so within that piece, I could see how he used the pentatonic scale and patterns of pentatonic scale, and he organized that little tune, sometime on the high register and sometime just to make the rhythmic buttons for the rest of the piece.
Brilliant, so it's new even to you, isn't it?
Definitely.
Thank you, Ahmed Abdel Rahman. Well, the BBC Philharmonic are now all back in position and ready to tune. So please welcome the flautist Alex Jakeman and this evening's conductor of the BBC Philharmonic, Jack Sheen, for this performance of From the South by Ali Osman. from the south by the Sudanese-born composer Ali Osman. Like so much of the music tonight by our rediscovered composers, that was a UK premiere. We heard flautist Alex Jakeman with the BBC Philharmonic, conducted by Jack Sheen. And our thanks to our Ali Osman champion, the musician Ahmed Abdel Rahman.